Hello everyone, my name is ClickFlow and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Thrive Guide. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Boy, does it feel good to be back. Man, it has been a while and I apologize for that. It's been, what is it, almost 2 weeks now? So a couple of Sundays ago, I tried to do a live stream on my little tiny laptop that I have been recording all of these videos on, and it pushed it to its limit. Basically, it just went kaput, and ever since then, I haven't been able to I haven't been able to turn on the game, and all of my recording software just hasn't been working at all, and it's been an absolute nightmare. So I want to do a quick shout out to Reese. He's a good friend of mine that has helped me build and put together a new computer, which should be a lot better for us, a more permanent setup for playing the game. And I'm so thankful to him, really happy, and boy, I am just really excited in general, honestly. As you can see, we are starting off here at the farmhouse right after our almost an entire week spending in the end dimension, raiding end cities and slaying dragons. And as you can see, we have our elytra equipped right now, and that has just been fantastic. And also, I've done a little bit of inventory management. As you can see, I've made 16 different shulker boxes, and I've color coded them. If you take a shulker box and put it in a crafting table with some dye, you can color it, and I like to do that as a way of organization. It helps me keep all of my things inside of my ender chest organized. So like here in this gray box, I put all of my stone and such, and then the cobblestone and the darker gray, all my obsidian and blackstone and such in the black shulker box, wood and brown, redstone components in my red box, all of the above. And I might run through some of that in a future episode, in like an organizational episode. But I just kind of want to take a look around. Man, it feels so much better to be in using a computer like this. Wow. Render distance is so much further. I mean, I know I could do the render distance in my older computer, but it just wouldn't have been able to handle it. Look at that. I can see all the way to the Guardian farm. That is just awesome. Oh, that makes me happy. And there's that jungle over there, and everything is looking swell. And if we take a rocket in our hand, we can launch ourselves into the air with our new elytra, and boy, does that feel good to get a good look around. Wow, well, there's a lot of ocean. That's a lot of ocean. Anyway, let's get back down and actually get into the business of today's episode. So I am going to grab together a shulker box full of equipment. I'll probably put it in my redstone box because most of the components today are going to be redstone components. We're going to need some pistons, we're going to need some hoppers and some slime. We are going to need some observers as well. So I'm going to piece together some redstone components that we are going to need for this. And I'm going to grab me a bunch of gold, and then we are going to head into the Nether, and I will see you guys there. Alright folks, we are here in the Nether, and as you can see, I brought my gold helmet so that I won't be attacked on sight by the piglins. And I think the focus of this episode is going to be on these fellas here, the piglins. We're going to try to be exploiting a aspect of the game called Piglin Bartering, which is, if you these guys love gold. As you can see, if we take off our gold armor, they're going to try and attack us. But also, if you throw a piece of gold on the floor, they will pick it up and inspect it to make sure that it's real gold, and then
a few moments later,
they will throw out a piece of loot that is like we are trading with them. And that is what we are going to want to do. These guys will trade a bunch of different things. There's like 13 different things that they will trade randomly as we throw down gold. And we are going to try to exploit a few things. Namely, if you have a whole bunch of these guys in the same block space and you throw a piece of gold at them, they will all try and pick it up at the exact same time. And at that moment, if you anger them, they will trade instantly. So basically, you can get with a single piece of gold, you can get however many trades you please. The only aspect being the number of piglins that you have in the single block space. So I think we are going to set up a little containment area over here, somewhere pretty close to spawn, but also where we can make a little holding cell for all of our piglins, which will then trade to them, and then have a wide enough area to sort all of the items eventually. We probably won't build the sorting system today because it will be a beast of a sorting system, but we probably will set up some sort of like bulk storage where it will just collect all of the items. And I'm thinking a good spot to build this thing is probably going to be right around here in this area. As you can see over there, there's a basalt delta, which is fantastic. That guy needs to go. But yeah, I'm going to throw together a little one wide by 2 tall cell that has them standing on a fence, and the fence is going to do a few things. But basically, it's just going to make our life easier for item collection, because when they drop all of their items, they won't be able to fall through the holes in the floor because it'll be a fence and their hitbox is too big. But the items will just fall straight through the ground, where we can easily move them and collect all of their items. So I have my ender chest, and we are going to have to be careful with opening ender chests, because these guys will attack you if they sense that you're opening something with an inventory around them, like you're going to be stealing from them. So let's check. That didn't make anybody mad. Perfect. Okay, well, I threw together some items that I think will be necessary here. As you can see, we have some blocks to build with. I'm going to use stone bricks. We are going to need 1 dropper, a couple of observers, 3 sticky pistons, 1 slime block, and a bunch of redstone. And we're also going to need a nether gold ore. We're also going to need a fence, but just like as per usual, I didn't bring it with me. I forgot that. But I did bring my shulker box full of wood. So as you can see, these are already becoming quite useful. So I'm going to make a fence really quick out of a crafting table. We'll throw that crafting table right there. We'll make a few more sticks, and then we will make ourselves a fence just like that. Anyway, so now we are going to want to make our little holding cell for our piglins, and I'm going to place just a temporary block right there, and then I'll place the fence right there. And now we are going to want to build up a containment cell around these guys. And I'm putting corner blocks on these guys, mainly just for show. It's not strictly necessary. You can remove them if you want to conserve blocks, but at this point I think we have so many blocks that it's not going to be a big deal. So the piglins are going to stand in this cell right here, and as you can see, they will be standing on that fence, and all of the items will drop down, and then we'll have our sorting collection mechanism in here. So we're going to first off want a little staircase that can take us up to a viewing platform right here. This will probably be great. I'm going to also grab our we already have our observers. Perfect. I'm gonna grab a few pieces of glass just for observation's sake, and I'm gonna place that right there just so that we can see these guys. So what we are first going to want to do is we're going to want to set up a clock, and that clock is going to be pretty simple. Right here we are going to want to place one of our observers, and that is going to be facing up, just like that. So it will be detecting the block above it and sending a redstone signal underneath it. These ghasts are going to be a problem. They're going to be the death of me. And what we want to do is we want to be able to turn our system on and off by moving an observer above that. So I'm going to put one like that, so it will be observing the block underneath it and then outputting a redstone signal right above it. I'm actually going to place this sticky piston first. And this might not make sense very much right now, but as you can see, if we make a lever really quick, just like this, if we put a lever right there, when we power this this lever, it will push the observer on top of the other observer. When that happens, this will detect a block state change and will fire a redstone signal. When that happens, the block state of that observer will change because it will be powered just for that one tick that it is powering, and this will detect that and output another one. So basically it will create a redstone clock. It's one of the simplest redstone clocks. If we flip this lever, you can see that that is pulsing up and down, and that is exactly what we need. So that is going to be the basis of our Piglin clock. So I'm going to pillar up here with this, and on the back side of this guy, we are going to want to place our dropper. This is what will be supplying the gold to all of our piglins. They will be receiving the gold. We'll put all of the gold into that one, into the dropper, and whenever it is powered, it will drop one of the gold into the little cell with all of the piglins, and they will start trading with us. So we will need to wire this guy up using our redstone. Assuming we don't first get murdered by ghasts flying around. So I'm going to place that just like this. So, really?
Come on, brother.
Die. It didn't blow up any of our shulker boxes, did it? No, good. Anyway, so whenever this observer fires, it will power this redstone line, which will then power our dropper, which is exactly what we want. The next thing we are going to need is, now once the piglins have their gold in there and they start to inspect it, we want to anger the piglins. Now we can do that in a number of ways. The easiest way is to move a block that has gold in it. Basically, if you it's a mechanic exploit that the game developers put in, that when a gold block is removed from its original location, the piglins will get mad at you because they think that you're trying to steal from them. So if we have a piston which is wired to our clock, that moves a gold block every time it is powered, the piglins will basically constantly be angry. But since they'll be in their little holding cells, it won't matter that much. So I'm going to take a piece of nether gold ore, and right off of this redstone line, I'll probably put it right here, we will have a dang it, these guys are going to be the death of me. And apparently this machine. I've got to go fix all the things that they just broke. Erg. Okay, we have our block there. Line up our redstone so it's connecting both to the redstone ore and to the dropper there. So when we activate this lever, it will start our clock, which will both anger all of the piglins, and it will move this, and it will drop gold into them so that they can trade instantly, basically. So we can put this in, and as you can see, that will be supplying them with a ridiculous amount of gold really fast, and will trade a lot of items. So this really is an easy farm to put together. That's basically all that the farm is. And then underneath this, we're going to make an item collection system. But the tricky part now will be to wrangle up a bunch of piglins. Now you can put as many piglins as you want into this machine. There is no number that is limiting to it, and except for, of course, the number of items that you want to have to sort, and basically the computing capacity of your computer. For the sake of ease and for the sake of not wanting to stack as many, I'm going to put about 10 of these guys in here. We will need to make sure, of course, that they are name tagged. If they are not name tagged, they will despawn as soon as we get a distance away from them. So we will need to make sure that they are name tagged. So I'm going to set up a little capture mechanism, and I'm going to go grab my name tags, and I will bring you guys back in once I'm ready to start wrangling. Okay, so I have our system built. So basically what we are going to do is I built this little containment system. As you can see, there's a trapdoor placed here and then down into the little containment spot for the piglin. And the piglins will see this trapdoor as a block that they can pathfind over. So they will try and pathfind over this, and of course there's a hole there, so they will fall down, and that's going to be the mechanism basically that we are going to use to capture these guys. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a few of them, name tag them, and then I'm going to remove my gold helmet so they all get mad at me and try and kill me. And then as they pathfind over me, I will come over here and open this trap door, and they will all fall into their little holding cells. So here goes nothing, I guess. Let's go find us some piglins. Now we are going to want to find the piglins that have swords, not the piglins with the crossbows, because the crossbow piglins will try and attack us from a distance, whereas the sword piglins will try and get right up next to us. So we are going to want to not get blown up by a bunch of ghasts. And not get killed by hoglins. Man, this place is treacherous nowadays. Come on, dude. Get in there. He's really not wanting to get in there. Interesting. One other thing that I'm thinking we could try is we could make a button just like that. Now, in future versions of this game, this will not be possible because this is a bug and they will patch this in the future. But right now, at least, the buttons will be seen to piglins as a full block that they can pathfind over. So let's go find us a piglin with a sword and see if we can't lure him over the top of that button. Here we go. Come on, let's do it. Nope. Oh no, he went in and then I killed him. Ah!
No!
Dang it. Okay. Erg. We'll try again. Okay, we got one. Oh shoot. Of course I get myself right... Ah! I can be a real idiot sometimes. Ah! Come on. Get in the hole, you dumbzots.
Language!
Here we go, here we go. Right on. So now we got 3 of these guys. Okay. We have all of our piglins. Well, we have 9 of them, but that is good enough for me, honestly. Those guys are ticked. And I'm gonna block those guys off just like that, like we saw. Like you guys saw there. And then now I want to make sure these guys don't hate me still. Are we cool? We cool, bro? We're cool. Okay. They don't hate me anymore. It's just the little piglin guys that hate me, but that's okay. So now I'm going to tear down all of this scaffolding. That was honestly the hardest part, is getting all of those guys boxed up. The easy part was building this little thing, and now the fun part is we get to test it out. I think we have everything in place. So we're gonna do, so like I said, we have this little setup here that will create the clock, and then it will give the piglins their gold, as well as angering them at the same time. So let's go ahead and try it. I'll just put a couple of gold pieces, maybe 3 gold right there, and we will watch them as they... Wow, and that was fast. And as you can see, all of our loot right there. We can't even hold it all. It's so much. Holy cow. This is a powerful farm. So as you can see, they trade us fire resistance, nether bricks, leather, ender pearls, which is great. They trade us string. There's also obsidian, soul sand, gravel, crying obsidian. Lots of different things that they trade us, and I am so excited about that. Basically, what I'm going to do now for the collection mechanism is I'm just going to set up a little integrated system like this with a piston and a slime block, and then I'm going to run some ice along the floor. And as the piston fires back and forth, the items that are dropped will be launched across that ice, that row of ice blocks, and then they will be then picked up by hopper mine carts. But I think that is pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I'm gonna need to show you guys how to do that. But I think that'll do it for today's episode of the Minecraft Thrive Guide. I hope you guys liked this look into building a a piglin trading farm, piglin bartering farm. This will produce a ludicrous amount of items, and I am super excited for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, why don't you smash that like button? It's good to be back, and why don't you subscribe if you want more content, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.